Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. You get fairy dust. I get fairy dust. Umbly gets fairy dust. And it's time for Codependent No More. We're reading out of this book. I'm giving you my take, my input, what comes up for me when I read these things. We're on chapter 4, codependency characteristics, and now we're on to a very unpleasant subject, which is our fucking poor communication. So here we go. Codependents frequently blame, we threaten, we coerce. Now, fawns don't usually threaten or coerce. Blame, I did blame. I always blame myself. Always blame myself. But in that mix, dysfunctional mix of blaming myself, I would also throw in there, well, if you could have, well, why didn't you? It's your fault. And so I did do that, and I am much better about that now. We beg, oh please, please, please. We bribe, hey, would you like? If you do this, I'll do that. Advise. No more. Adults do not need our advice unless they specifically ask for it. And even then, we don't know if our advice will be good for them. Like, we don't know what's best for adults. Our advice is for us. And when we're giving advice, we're putting ourselves up on a little pedestal of like, oh, like, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. And that's parenting adults. You don't want to parent adults. You don't want to advise adults. If you want to, you can tell them, you can do what I do. I do not advise my clients. I do not advise people who even ask me for advice, ask an advanced bitch. That's not really fair. Sometimes I might slip a piece of advice in, but like go to therapy. But honestly, it's the only thing that I can think of that heals childhood trauma. So, but yeah, advice, it can actually hurt people, but we can say something like, if it were me, but that's just on a very, don't say that out loud more than once a month. If it were me, I say it more because people do ask me, but I just tell them what comes up for me, and I share my experience, strength, and hope. You can totally do that. Share your experience, strength, and hope, but you don't know that what you have to offer is actually going to be helpful to other people. Don't say what they mean. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Okay. We don't mean what we say. Oh, of course I want to come. Don't know what they mean. Who knows? Probably a lot. Don't take themselves seriously. I feel like I do take myself seriously, but for the longest time, I minimized how serious the things that I wanted and needed were, and I didn't do it. But I also didn't take myself seriously when I set a boundary. I'm not going to put up with this. And then I immediately put up with it. That's me not taking myself seriously. Remember, you're not going to yell at me. Remember, we said we weren't going to slam doors anymore. And then I hear the slam, or I hear the yelling, and I don't do anything or say anything or give any kind of feedback or consequences. That's me not taking myself seriously. The only person that has to follow our boundaries is us. It's us. And codependents are not good at follow through on their boundaries. Even if we get to the place we can set them, it's hard for us to set boundaries too. But even then, we don't usually follow through with them or follow up with them. Think other people don't take the codependent seriously, just in general. But nobody cares what I say, we might take ourselves too seriously. This is important. What I have to say, just I'm the one that, but whatever. So yeah, and I am guilty of that as well. Ask for what we want and need indirectly. Oh God. Sighing, for example. I didn't even know I did this. I did not even know I did this until my husband, when I was 32, like pointed it out. I remember it because that's when I married him. But like, you okay? Yeah. even if we don't, it's unconsciously trying to get people's attention. That's like human interaction. We react to sighs. And I know that is in my family of origin. My family of origin, there's a lot of fucking sighing going on. I just didn't think I did it. It's like when you don't think you have an accent. And I don't even mean like, okay, we've all had the one where it's like, you know, like a little, oh, what is it? Like we've all known that person. But just even like, let me tell you a little known fact. Inside baseball, maybe it's inappropriate to share now because we're in the middle of coronavirus, but when I was in nursing school, I was so surprised to see that on the ventilator, there's a sigh button. So there is something about sighing that is natural and normal for us, and apparently it's good for lung health. So we're allowed to sigh, but let's just use it a little less frequently to get shit that we want. We're gonna have to be just a little bit more proactive. Find it difficult to get to the, okay. Why are you here? Why? Find it difficult to get to the point. All right, I didn't know that was a codependency thing. I thought I just enjoyed tangents and got inspired along the way of my story. God. Aren't sure what the point is. Sometimes I lose my train of thought. Yes, and you've seen it in real time. We'll just do a few more. Actually, we have a little bit of time. Maybe we'll get through another handful or so. Gauge our words carefully to achieve the desired effect. Yes, oh, so careful. Try to say what they think will please people. Fawn. Try to say what they think. Try to say what they think will provoke people. I've got some work to do on that as well. Even if, so, you know, I'm a fawn. So even if my provoking is like the sigh or so my provoking wouldn't be bop, 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 bop. It would be something very sarcastic, something very, you know, I know where below the belt is. I know it. I can't help but know it, unfortunately. And I want that hit of dopamine sometimes that I get when I hit below the belt, because I know that I will strike a nerve or I will cut a vein with my awful words. A classic is just comparing anyone to their mother. Like that is, I don't like it when it's done to me, and we don't like it. Other people don't like it when it's done to them. Okay. Jesus, you know way too much about me. But you're allowed to, because you're advanced. And that's my boundary that I protect, that you get to know these many things about me. Okay, always trying to model, bitch. Like always trying to model. Try to say what they hope will make people do what they want them to do, of course. Eliminate no from their vocabulary. We know this to be true. This is childhood trauma shit. Like we don't have no. The no is gone. And I don't see us. I don't think we eliminated. I think it was eliminated from us. And part of healing our codependency characteristics is using it sometimes. It's hard. Talk too much. Talk about other people. Gossiping is always a triangle, and triangles are not great. They're usually super duper toxic. So if you have one person here, one person here, one person here on the triangle, and now I'm talking to this person about that part of the triangle, a lot of times people are doing that because I want to tell the mother how bad the brother is being, and because I know the mother will get after the brother, I won't have to do it. And so, yeah, so any gossiping is just, we have to be very careful with it. It's very, very easy to do But if you get as close to never talk about anyone in a way that if what you said got back to them, you'd be totally fine with it. It's hard. It's really, really hard because a lot of us are raised with gossiping. We're raised with a triangle. We think that's what we're supposed to do, complain about a third person. We think that that's the way we relate to each other. And a lot of toxic family systems, dysfunctional family systems do relate in that way. Adult children of alcoholics or children of alcoholics, or addicts, that's the way that it's done. So we want to clear that up. That is really, really, really hard work. It's a lifelong issue because other humans love to talk about the other human that's not there. So, okay, avoid talking about themselves, their problems, their feelings and thoughts. I think that folds into, we try to say what we want people to do, and so we kind of keep this front in front of us, this persona of all that, so we don't really talk about our shit. And that means we're not real. So we have to become real. Advanced bitches are fucking real. So we have to, that's one thing you can do to practice. See, all of these are also tools. It's like, if this is the issue, okay, the opposite, how do I do that? Let me figure out a tool for that. Say everything is their fault. I used to say that. Say nothing is their fault. Some do that. Believe their opinions don't matter. What does it matter what I say? What is it? No one cares what I say. That kind of shit. Wait to express their opinions until they know other people's opinions. I'm very, 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 very. In fact, I think I do that so much I don't know that I'm doing it. I think it comes so naturally to me. I was talking the other day about being a chameleon. I used to be very proud of the fact that I could run in different circles with different people with different beliefs. One example is, so I might have some religious friends, and then I might have some, non-religious friends, and then I might have some like recovery friends. And so I was always so proud that I could say, yes, Jesus, yes, God, and talk like a Christian does because I was raised Catholic. I know how to do that, whatever. And then I would, with the new age people, like, oh yeah, the universe will take care of it, or this goddess, that goddess. And then the other one is, just to use higher power and stuff like that. So I was really, really good at that. And let's do one more. Wait to express their opinions until they know other people's. I just read that. Lie to protect and cover up for other people that they love. I would say that's absolutely true. And one of the things that I've said is like codependents like eat up other people's consequences. Like they do not allow other humans, other adults to live the consequences of their choices. They like to take up those consequences. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you next time. Love you. Bye.